Sam Rowlands.
Deputy Minister, last year Welsh Government funded 43,500 learners to attend courses at FE colleges in Wales. The actual number of learners enrolled last year was 47,500 learners. Some 4,000 learners were not funded to attend the courses that they wished to attend. And in this academic year, in September, it's predicted that 50,000 learners will enrol in courses in FE colleges across Wales. A very welcome number, of course, but funding only sits at 46,000 learners currently. Colleges therefore faced with the stark choice of either finding around £30 million internally, putting learners on waiting lists or turning learners away, of course a risk at driving up needs. So, Deputy Minister, could you tell us what you expect to happen here? Are you expecting waiting lists in colleges to grow, or will additional funding be found to support these additional places?
Well, diolch, Sam,
Well, thank you for that question, Sam.
FE colleges have seen significant increases in learner numbers in recent years, and I also recognise that they're experiencing funding challenges and pressures due to these increases. And we also forecast further increases in the 2026-27 academic year. Now, MED has already allocated an additional investment of £6.25 million in the 2026-27 financial year, and provided flexibility between funding streams to recognise increased participation numbers in tertiary education within FE. And MED, as you would expect, are monitoring the position closely, and we will consider providing additional funding should it be available as part of our wider consideration of the overall government budget position. But the situation will become clearer, of course, in September, but certainly by November when enrolment numbers are confirmed, and we will decide at that time what course of action we will take as a government.
Well, thank you for your response, Deputy Minister. And you would, of course, seen this trend previously as you were a member of the CYPE committee. And when you were on that committee, you were challenging the Chief Executive of MED in avoiding putting students on waiting lists. And of course, it's welcome to have some additional funding in this year, the £6.25 million that you mentioned. That is some way off the £30 million that is required. And of course, we don't want to see students on waiting lists, especially those who are eager to learn, because we want to see more students learning, progressing through that process and then into work. And when you were on that CYPE committee, Deputy Minister, you highlighted the £25 million at that point of unfunded delivery that colleges were having to face. So there's still a funding gap, and there's still likely for students to be put on waiting lists if that funding isn't made available. So you were keen to see those waiting lists eradicated when you weren't in government. Has your position now changed?
Well, we are keen to make sure that as many learners get the opportunity to follow their ambitions. We know, as I've mentioned already, that FE colleges are facing pressures. And I did say that we will be keeping a keen eye on developments. We won't know the exact situation until September, but certainly by November. I'm in regular talks and discussions with MED. We know the challenge coming down the line. We are preparing contingency plans as we speak, and we want to support as many learners into FE colleges, into apprenticeships, and into HE as well. It is important that we provide information to young people about the different learning pathways that is available to them and to support them as best we can. But I can't preempt at the moment what those pressures will be in September, but we are preparing plans for any eventualities.